we're going straight to Whole Foods. I'm not messing around. Hello and welcome to today's video. I'm so excited because we are going to be spending the day doing cozy and bookish things together. Today is the last day of September and tomorrow is the first day of October. So I really just want to feel reset and get in the cozy fall mood. There are a few things on my list that I would love to do today. None of them are like huge to-do lists, obviously, because we're doing cozy and bookish things, but they're all things that I would love to get to today and it would be so fun to do together. So first thing is I would love to go to some independent bookstores to find The Hounding, which is on my October TBR, but I do not own it, so I would love to have all my October TBR books ready to go for the month. I would also love to finish The Sandwich or Sandwich. Let me check that. Sandwich. I would love to finish Sandwich by Newman. I started it in the summer when I was in Spain and I just didn't pick it up again since I got home, but I would love to finish that and have the summer books completely over for when we go into October. I think that would feel really good. I am also hoping, fingers crossed, that the book of the month picks come out today so that we can also go through those and pick my October pick for book of the month. I don't think I ordered anything last month because I hadn't read the two that I ordered for the previous month, but I've since finished those, so I give myself permission to not skip this month and pick one out. So hopefully I get the email today and we can go through the book of the month picks. If we get to it, I would also like to get a few cozy things for my reading area and make it a little bit cozier. I don't know if we'll get to that today. And then also tonight, I'm going to the movies to see, I can't remember what it's called right now, but it is based on a book and I'm really excited to watch that. So that will also be a cozy fall activity. I love going to movie theaters in the fall. One more thing. I have not had a pumpkin spice latte yet, so I would love to find one while we're out. I know they have one at Whole Foods, but I also want to peek into some local cafes and see if they have a pumpkin spice latte. I don't even remember if I like one. I don't even think I had one the year before. I love like nutty lattes, like pecans, any type of like candied nut latte, but we'll see if I like the pumpkin spice. First things first, let's go out and find The Hounding. I know it's only gonna be hardcover and I know that is going to cost a fortune, but I'm okay with it because it's the only book I'm gonna buy this month and I have a feeling that I'm really gonna love it, so I want to own the physical copy. I'm going to check independent bookstores. There's 3 that I can go to before I go to Indigo if they don't have it at the other ones, but fingers crossed they have it at the first independent bookstore because honestly, I'm so tired today that going to one bookstore sounds like a really fun and relaxing time, but going to 4 bookstores sounds like my actual nightmare. So I'm hoping that it's just the one today because I fear that's all that I can handle. Hopefully they have it, and then I will also look for a coffee because I need it. A little PSL action. Change of plans. I've decided we're going straight to Whole Foods. I'm not messing with other pumpkin spice lattes right now. We're going straight there. We're getting our coffee. That is the plan. Coffee first, no messing around, and then coffee, and then bookstores, and then possibly cozy, cute reading nook stuff. Just left the first bookstore and they didn't have it, but they were kind enough to look up what other independent bookstores in the area have it so that I don't have to go to 30,000 bookstores. So I am walking to the next one who is supposed to have it, and it's a beautiful day outside and I'm already feeling better because I have my pumpkin spice coffee from Whole Foods. I didn't get a latte. I got an Americano with 2 pumps of the pumpkin spice syrup because I'm diabetic, so it's just easier on the blood sugar. Luca is coming with me on this little fall walk. Also, as I was drinking this, I was trying to decide if I liked it, and I was like, wait a second, this tastes exactly like something that I have all the time. And I realized that it tastes exactly like my Nespresso pumpkin spice coffee, obviously. I forgot that I've been drinking that, so technically I've been having pumpkin flavored coffee, just not lattes this season. I absolutely love it. It's delicious. It's just like a spiced coffee. I am home now and I have a banging headache, so I'm glad to be home. But it was very fun going and spending some time in the sun and going on a little bit of a walk. And we went to 2 bookstores, as I was saying before, and the second bookstore had The Hounding. It is a new book, so I wasn't expecting everyone to have it, but apparently a lot of the bookstores did have it, which is awesome. And I am so excited for this. I love the cover. I think it is just excellent. I will read you what it's about because it sounds so interesting. Even before the rumors about the Mansfield girls begin, Little Nettlebed is a village steeped in the uncanny. From strange creatures that wash up on the riverbank to portentous ravens gathering on the roofs of people about to die. But when the villagers start to hear barking and one claims to see the Mansfield sisters transform before his very eyes, the allegations spark fascination and fear like nothing has before. The truth is that though the inhabitants of Little Nettlebed have never much liked the Mansfield girls, a little odd, think some, a little high on themselves, perhaps they've always had plenty to say about them. As the rotating and frequently conflicting perspectives of 5 villagers quickly make clear, now is no exception. Even if local belief in witchcraft is waning and aversion to difference is as widespread as ever, and these narratives all point to the same ultimate conclusion, something isn't right in Little Nettlebed, and the sisters will be the ones to pay for it. This sounds so interesting and quite spooky, so I'm really excited to read it this month. I think it might be the first book I read in October. I am just so excited. Them turning into dogs is reminding me a lot of Night Bitch, which I found was an interesting concept, but it didn't quite do it for me. I did not love that book. I liked it, but there was just a lot missing for me in that book, and it did not quite make the mark. I had really high expectations for it, so maybe this one will. Maybe it'll be a version of it that actually really works for me, so I am so excited. And another thing that made me feel better is while I was at the bookstore, I got an email from Book of the Month, and the October Book of the Month picks are out. So we can go through that now. I'm gonna have some lunch and go through them, and we'll see what book we're gonna pick for October. I am really hoping there's one that I like, and I'm really in the mood to receive a Book of the Month book. I mean, when would I ever not be? But I also have not checked, so I'm seeing them for the first time with you guys. Okay, first book is a fantasy called Red City, limited edition. I don't really care too much about limited edition books. I don't think I've ever even bought one. I don't know. Also, to go back, speaking on the fact that it's a hardcover, I prefer reading soft covers. I prefer the price of soft covers also, but I had to get it because it's a new release and I really wanted to read it. And the soft cover doesn't come out for a whole year. They have the release date of the soft cover already and it's 1 year from now. That like enrages me because I want to read it. I really love softcover, but they always release hardcover so much more in advance. Only for some books though. So I'm kind of curious why. But yeah, had to get it a hardcover. Anyways, moving on. Red City, limited edition. Welcome to the gritty, magical world of Angel City where power takes just as much as it gives. I don't know, I haven't really been in a fantasy mood at all lately. If you watched my choosing my October TBR, then you would know that because I was really hesitant about the Crescent City series. I just have not been in the mood. The next one is a romance, Never Over, early release. That's cool. I think that's pretty cool. What should you do when your songwriting creative juices stop flowing? Sign up to get your heart broken, of course. Yeah, that doesn't interest me. That is not doing it for me. The cover is not doing it for me. The little blurb is not doing it for me, so that will not be our pick. Paranormal thriller. Okay, that's kind of interesting, especially for October. The Haunting of Paynes Hollow. What should be an idyllic homecoming turns into a horror made for Halloween when the past refuses to stay in the past. Okay, that one I will look more into at the end when we get to the picks, but that one is Kelley Armstrong. Do I know that author? It kind of sounds familiar. So that one is a possibility. YA Gothic, interesting. Hazelthorn, it's an earlier release also. Mysteries, lies, and deceit grow out of control, literally, and this unsettling atmospheric horror. Okay, that's an option too, but YA Gothic? I've never read like a YA horror, and I don't know if I would like it, but that sounds kind of interesting. Oh my gosh, there's so many this month. Magic Realism, The Second Chance Cinema is a debut, now playing your fiance's emotional baggage up on the big screen. Pack your popcorn and your tissues. I don't know about that one. Literary fiction, usually my favorite. The 10-Year Affair, another earlier release. This witty story of two couples in small town New York asks, does cheating count if it's only in your daydreams? Okay, I like that. Okay, I'm going to have some lunch and then we are going to look more into The Haunting of Paynes Hollow, Hazelthorn, and The 10-Year Affair. Those ones are the ones that piqued my interest, and then we'll narrow it down to our one. I'm back and I'm fed and I'm feeling better. When I need food, I need food. So we're not dying anymore. We're better. It's time for us to hunker down and pick the book of the month book out of our top 3. The Haunting of Paynes Hollow. When Samantha Payne's grandfather dies, she figures she won't even get a mention in the will. After all, she hasn't seen him in 14 years. Not since her father took his own life after being accused of murdering a child at their lakefront cottage. Her grandfather always insisted her father was innocent, despite Sam having caught him burying the child's body, his clothing streaked with blood. But when she does attend the reading of the will at the behest of her aunt, she discovers that her grandfather left her the very valuable lakefront property where the family cottage sits. There's one catch. Sam needs to stay in the cottage for a month to finally face the fact she was wrong and her father was innocent, in her grandfather's words. Traveling to Paynes Hollow, Sam is faced with the realities of her childhood and the secrets kept hidden in the shadows of her memories. When her aunt goes missing a couple days into their stay, Sam begins to question everything again. Plagued by nightmares and paranoia, she begins hearing sounds in the forest and seeing shapes crawling from the water as the rippling waves of the lake promise something unspeakably dark lurking just below the surface. That sounds so creepy and so atmospheric. I feel like that's perfect for October. A little haunted house action. That is a top contender for sure. Wow, I'm excited. Okay, the YA Gothic. Let's take a peek. I kind of think this one maybe won't do it just because it's YA and I need something like a little bit spookier if it's gonna be Let's see. Okay. Evander has lived like a ghost in the forgotten corners of the Hazelthorn estate ever since he was taken in by his reclusive billionaire guardian, Byron Lennox Hall, when he was a child. So both are like in an estate, in a house, spooky house vibes. For his safety, Evander has been given 3 ironclad rules to follow. He can never leave the estate, he can never go into the gardens, and most importantly, he can never again be left alone with Byron's charming, underachieving grandson, Laurie. That last rule has been in place ever since Laurie tried to kill Evander 7 years ago, and yet somehow Evander is still obsessed with him. When Byron suddenly dies, Evander inherits Hazelthorn's immense Gothic mansion and acres. Wait, why are they both inheriting the house? That's kind of funny. And acres of sprawling grounds, along with the eternity of the Lennox Hall family's vast wealth. But Evander's sure his guardian was murdered, and Laurie may be the only one who can help him find the killer before they come for Evander next. Perhaps even more concerning is how the overgrown garden is refusing to stay behind its walls, slipping its vines and spores deeper into the house with each passing day, as the family's dark secrets unravel alongside the growing horror of their terribly alive, bloodthirsty garden. Evander needs to find out what he's really inheriting before the garden demands to be fed once more. That's so funny that there's so many crossovers between this and the last one, but this one, I definitely understand the YA vibes. There's definitely like a romance going on in here, and it's a little bit more like fantasy based, I would say. So far, I'm thinking The Haunting of Paynes Hollow is more intriguing to me, so I'm so sorry, but Hazelthorn is now off the list. So it is up to The Haunting of Paynes Hollow and The 10-Year Affair. Okay. When Cora meets Sam at a baby group in their small town, the chemistry between them is undeniable. Both are happily married young parents with 2 kids, and neither sees himself as the type to engage in an affair. Yet their connection grows stronger, and as their lives continue to intertwine, the romantic tension between them becomes all-consuming until their worlds unravel into 2 parallel timelines. In one, they pursue their feelings, in the other, they resist. As reality splits the everyday details of Cora's life, her depressing marketing job, her daughter's new fascination with the afterlife, her husband's obsession with podcasts about the history of rope gain, a fresh perspective. The intersecting and diverging timelines blur the boundaries of reality and fantasy, questioning what might have been and what truly matters. The 10-Year Affair is a witty, emotionally charged exploration of marriage, family life, and the roads not taken, that ultimately asks, do we really want our fantasies to come true? This sounds super interesting. I feel like normally this would be the book I would choose and the book I would go for. But because it's October, spooky season, I feel like I'm gonna go with The Haunting of Paynes Hollow. Yeah, like I think I might read this book at some point. It does sound like something I would enjoy, but for the month that we're in, we're gonna go with The Haunting of Paynes Hollow as our October book month. Oh my gosh, cool, it's a horse on the cover too. As our October book of the month book. I'm really excited. And if this comes late into the month, that's okay, because if it's closer to Halloween, I think that'll be perfect. Paranormal thriller. I'm all over that. Yay. It has shipped. Not it has shipped. I have got it and it will be shipped. I'm so excited. I'm going to eat some more, to be honest, and then I'm going to probably get back to our goal of finishing Sandwich before October 1st. So I'm 50% of the way through. I've been going through it really fast. I think it's a short book. The percentage is just going through the roof so quickly. So I'm gonna lay down and rest and read this, and I'll update you on how the book is going. We've done so many things so far today that I wanted to do, so many bookish things. We have our book of the month book, we have the hounding, we had a pumpkin spice latte, we went on a little fall walk. I've been having a lot of fun, but I need to rest. For some reason, I'm so tired and have such a bad headache, but glad we're getting to do so many of my favorite things today, and it's gonna make me feel a lot better. just finished all of the work that I plan to do today. So for the rest of the day, the plan is just to finish Sandwich by Newman. I am 90% of the way through. We were gonna go to a movie tonight, but I'm still feeling so exhausted and just not very well. So I don't want to go and not enjoy the movie. I've heard such great things about it and I want to give it a fair shot because I find it's often hard for me to stay focused in a movie and enjoy a movie on a good day. So on a bad day, I know I just won't enjoy it, even if I might enjoy it otherwise. So we're gonna not go to the movie today, unfortunately. I'm not gonna go and get stuff for my reading area today, but I am going to finish this book, the last summer book, and probably end the night with some dinner and maybe book related YouTube that I need to catch up on. This book, Sandwich, it is about our main character who takes her kids and goes with her husband to Cape Cod. I think it's Cape Cod. And they stay in a cottage every single summer on the same week of every summer. And they've been doing it ever since the kids were very young, I think their whole entire life. And right now they're there at the cottage. It spans the whole week of the trip and you get to see every single day. And they are now adult children, and our narrator, she is talking a lot about motherhood and the struggles and the great things about motherhood, but then also she talks a lot about her relationship with her husband and how much it's changed and stayed the same. And then also menopause, a lot of it's about menopause and what she's going through. And I'm finding it very clever. Like, a lot of the writing is very clever. There's a lot of little jokes in there. I think that I would have a very different experience reading this. I had experienced motherhood, experienced pregnancy, experienced menopause, experienced postpartum, because a lot of the discussion is on that. But it's not just discussing it, it's also making light of it, making comments, making jokes that I feel like I would enjoy and appreciate a lot more if I connected to it. Even though I can't quite connect to it, I'm getting some joy and humor out of those parts. But I have a feeling that this book probably hit a lot harder for people that maybe were currently going through menopause or had some more experiences in that stage of life. But I am enjoying it. It's really fun seeing the family and all the different dynamics. I really like Willa. She is just such a fun character, and I'm interested to see how the relationship with her husband plays out, because they do have their own struggles, but they do really love each other, and it's interesting seeing that dynamic. And I've heard that she has a new book out that's with the same characters, but it might be in the fall time. I think it comes out actually this October. So I might have to pick that up, but I'm really liking it so far. I definitely don't think that it's written for me. It's honestly kind of scaring me for motherhood, and specifically scaring me for aging and menopause, because she's not making it sound very fun. But yeah, overall, I'm liking it. I have 10% left, so I will be finishing it before October, which is awesome, which was exactly my goal. But I will get back to reading this. Yeah, and we'll probably have a chill night trying to rest and recover. Tuesdays are my Sunday, so I have my first day of work tomorrow, my Monday, so I'm hoping I'll be well rested and hopefully rid of this headache, because I freaking hate a headache. Just the worst. I think I lifted too heavy in the gym yesterday. It's like all up my muscles, so it's feeling like it's from that. So that's my own fault. But we're gonna get back to the book.
genuinely think that this is curing me.
I have my sleepy time tea and it is now the end of the evening, but thank you so much for watching today's video and coming with me to do a bunch of fun bookish things. I think this might have to be a monthly video on my channel, just getting all of the last minute book things done before the new month. It was so much fun, but thank you again for watching and I hope to see you in my next video. Bye!